across Yule's units. We would see that abuse.
Why am I asking you a question?
Well, we would see that abuse.
We haven't seen Tiny in forever, dude.
Forever. Someone would have done that. You're telling me it's possible to... There it is.
Oh! We're talking about tiny overlap with the Yule's...
Yeah.
Yule popularity, which is very... But I don't know if it actually
I don't
works.
think the Yule's works. I'm
you got me.
if it doesn't.
With the Pudge. Oh, dude, what is this set?
I got you. It's the... Actually, what is this set? This isn't... I think he mixes and matches.
Helm
he uses the...
Tarrasque. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see here.
I've not seen that set before.
It's mixed and matched. I don't think it's a full set. The helmet looks awesome.
He doesn't have a Dragon Claw?
So he's got the Gladiator's Revenge Trident.
It's all about the Dragon Claw.
Come on, dude.
Or the Scorching Talon.
He's getting revenge. Look at that Trident. He's got a chainsaw,
dude,
too.
He's not Slardar, man.
This is a bad... See, this is how you know it's a good Pudge player. This guy's badass. He's watched 8 Dota Cinema games. That's good. Pretty awesome.
Dude. Trident is for Slardar only. You can only hold one weapon type.
No one can touch the Tridents
Just
except
like Faceless
for Slardar.
Void is all about the mace. I guess Elder Titan kind of has a mace, too.
I don't know if I would call that thing a mace. Uh-oh, Shredder. He's going to bump into a Rise in the jungle. They're going to make friends. Gives him a little love tap, and the Watermelon will move on back.
So Korok is playing LC. See, look at this set. This set's cool.
The LC set?
Yeah. He has the horsey helm.
Yeah. He looks like a Spartan.
Yeah. Except Spartans were all males.
Well, yeah. I mean, LC. I guess you can tell it's a girl.
Okay, so what is the offlane Pudge? You know, offlane Pudge is a thing.
Yeah. He does a lot of different things with it. On both Radiant and Dire, he'll do stuff with the hard camps here and pull into the lane. And look, that's what they think he's going to do here. They block it out for the Pudge.
Begins.
And he's not even going to go for that.
Can you do that on Dire?
You can.
You can do it on small camp, not the big camp though.
No, I've seen him do it on the big camp.
Oh, really? That seems really difficult.
You sit right here and you pull.
Oh, to mid.
You go to mid, yeah.
Man.
You go like that. It's really easy if you get a Dark Troll Summoner. That's the easy one to do it with. But when you hook them over, they leash pretty far.
You know, every time I've casted Leviathan, the Pudge has always been banned out.
Really?
Yeah.
That was the first thing I noticed when I saw that draft. Was, hey, there's Pudge in the pool, and they love it. Jenkins will go offlane. Shibi will go mid on the Brewmaster. Jakiro will be played by Nushi. And up top it'll be Shredder on the Void, joined by Sunken's Ancient Apparition. I don't know what it is about Ancient Apparition, but yesterday, I think we saw him picked like almost every game. He was first picked a couple of games.
Really?
Yeah, people are loving the Ancient Apparition.
He's good with AA. They don't have that much follow-up, especially with Sky Taken in the first phase, so I can't understand why. And they also have Jakiro too, so just like mass AoE stuff inside Chrono, it's pretty nice. Yeah. Also, you can sometimes get away with like not getting massive mana since you have extra damage from Chilling Touch. Yeah, pretty bueno.
Yeah, pretty good. Arise is having an okay time in the offlane here on the Tide Hunter. As his Anchor Smash, got little booties there, chewing through those tangos. Dual lane mid for NaVi US, fogged on the Wisp, and Ush is playing the Tiny here. Is this the, what set is this? It looks familiar.
This is the ugly ass set.
Oh, it's the Starlighter one?
Yeah.
The Scarlet Quarry.
The Elemental Ice Infusion is so much better.
Yeah. His face looks kind of weird. And in the safe lane here, the leader of Tears, that's Way 2. He's on the Skywrath, and Korok, he's on the LC. You know, at least EE's names, they're based out of animes, and if you're like part of the EE cult, you get it. I don't know what leader of Tears is. Is that an anime thing?
It's an emo thing.
It's an emo thing. That's sad. That's a really sad story.
Actually, I don't know if he's emo or not.
I hope he is. Oh, Jenkins whips a hook down bottom, gets a creep.
He owned it.
Yeah, he really did. He's getting decent experience though. Offlane Pudge level 3. Pretty solid. Not too much Korok can do to totally zone him out.
Well, Leviathan's pretty smart putting this duel in here. I think Brewmaster, he wouldn't get wrecked, but he wouldn't have as good CS as he has. He has 10 CS, actually more than the Tiny, due to the help of Jakiro with his constantly spamming Liquid Fire, and no overcharge yet, and Tiny's base attack speed is actually pretty darn terrible. Or attack speed is pretty darn terrible. We see in this Skywrath, can you get a kill?
He's thinking about it. He's level 2. He's got the Concussive and the Arcane. But
it's
man,
really hard to get a kill on this. Tiny actually doesn't have enough stats to use a stun toss combo, so I don't think there's any way he can get a toss back. I mean even Jakiro, he has 739 HP. He has more HP than the Brewmaster right now. Even without that GG branch. Actually, they'd have the same HP with the GG branch. But how ridiculous is that? He's like a ranged ogre.
Yeah, a ranged ogre. That's a pretty good way to sum up Jakiro's presence right now, I think. Yeah. Oh, Jenkins, he misses another one. Jenkins, my boy. What are you doing? I just hyped you up in front of Merlini. You gotta step up your hook game here, man. Maybe he's just faking out
I've seen it
Korok.
once before. It was a really long time ago. It was like MLG in like 2013.
Yeah, they pick it, you know, like NaVi, they'll pull out the Pudge if they feel like it's the perfect Pudge game or he really counters somebody, but Jenkins isn't scared. He runs the Pudge pretty much when it's not panned out from what I've seen. I've only cast Leviathan, you know, probably less than 10 times, but it's either been banned or picked, I think, in every game that I've seen.
Why not?
It throws some teams off guard. Oh, up top, they're going in onto a rise. They've got some chilling touch. Shredder's clicking him down. Maybe, just maybe, one more would have done it, but Void gave up maybe a little too soon. Shredder does have boots. He might have been able to chase down that tide.
First blood. RNG not in his favor today.
Yeah, looking for those time logs. What builds he gone? Ooh, he's even put those extra points in time logs, so a little extra unlucky there. Nushi keeping this bounty rune safe. Looks like he'll throw it into the old bottle, and down bottom it is a regen scouted out by the Skywrath, but no need for it. Instead, comes in on the Pudge. Korok overwhelms the odds. The Dove's doing a lot of damage. This could be your first blood right here. Jenkins, can he get off the deny? He's looking for it, but no, it won't happen. Leader of Tears. Well, maybe a few less after getting that first blood.
Maybe he gives leaders of tears to his opponents, or makes them shed leader of tears.
I'm going to collect all of your tears in a liter.
Dude, they have
That's like the worst smack talk ever. I will collect your tears. Your ass is grass. Oh, Fog with the regen. The Wisp bottle. It's good. Good news.
Fogged Wisp, man. I think actually Fog has the best Wisp NA.
You think so? Best Wisp NA. Who are the other contenders?
Well, I mean, don't some of the other teams run it?
I feel like it gets picked a little bit hit or miss, but I can't think of like a standout player that runs Wisp regularly in NA outside of Fog. He doesn't.
Yeah, well, there are
on one occasion.
Zion PBD, they run Wisp.
Yeah.
They run Wisp like occasionally.
Yeah, that's
C9 runs Wisp, but
true.
Not. Aoi doesn't play it. So I guess it's not that big of a title, but it's still a, you know, come on now.
All right.
Give Fog some credit.
We're going to have you hand out the participation medals at the summit here for the last
Dude,
place.
no participation medals.
Participation medals signed by Merlini.
I'm anti-participation medal. Most improved?
Most improved medals. Okay, that's what we'll go for. MVP player.
Can you get least improved too?
Least. It depends on the player, I guess. We'll see how they take it.
Well, if EG wins again, they're least improved.
That's true, actually. There you go. It's sort of a compliment. You guys were so good that you didn't throw. Congratulations.
Is there a negative improvement?
Korok's racking up the farm down here in the bottom lane, man. 38 CS, 1900 gold. He's going to just rush this Blink Dagger. He bought a Ring of Protection, and he'll just hold on to it. EE style, just keep it casual. And I think he's looking for this Blink. He's going to give it to Jenkins.
Two Ring of Protection, okay?
He rocks two, but he keeps the casual rings, man. It's a thing. I do like that double Ring of Protection, though. I tried it on Necro in a pub, and it's ridiculous, dude. It's like...
Well, it's good on range. I say melee is a little bit worse because you already have Stout. So I think our range here is...
yeah, I guess that's true. It's good as hell on Necro, though, that low armor old man. Turns him into a ranged ogre.
Dude, he has 2 armor now, man. He's no Skywrath.
He ain't no Skywrath, that's true. Wow, Skywrath really is low on armor. NaVi US are low on armor in general, with Skywrath Wisp as their support duo. Ouch. Jenkins, they're coming for you, man. He's found his level 6, but so has Korok, and now he's found himself a Blink Dagger. Pudge has seen that he hasn't had any item progression, so probably thinking he's pulling up towards Midas or a Blink here, and here you go. Korok goes in. Here's your first duel of the game. The Leader of Tears is here. Will he get the damage? It's going to be a close call. No. Korok gets the kill, but no bonus damage on that one.
Yeah, Pudge, speaking of low armor heroes, he has pretty low armor. He can get wrecked by Tiny Oak. Plus.
Lane tossed back onto Shibby, but Nushin's there. Haste rune's on. Fog healing up his friend, and that'll be the end of this little engagement. But Ush not really coming out ahead. Takes a lot of damage, and so far this Wisp Tiny has been pretty quiet. And they haven't really stopped to farm the brew. Now they'll go in on him. Again, the toss back from Ush, just throwing Shibby away. That's a strong Tiny. He's so little, Brew's so big. And Shibby will be repelled. Wisp Ball's coming in. He's slapping him in the face. The toss forward. It's a cannon Wisp as Fogged is the projectile to secure the kill.
I prefer you call him best Wisp NA from now on.
#1 Wisp NA, securing kills all day in the mid.
Oh, yeah. He did keep Ush alive, too.
Yeah, it was
Pretty ridiculous with the heal.
Oh, down bottom. Jenkins whiffing him all day. Korok. Good positioning there, making it difficult for Jenkins to find an easy angle, but He is 0 for 3 on hooks, at least, that I've seen on camera here. Not so great.
Talking it up, man.
I know. I jinxed him. Sorry, Jenkins. Pretend I didn't say anything, buddy.
Is under attack.
So this early game not going terribly well for Leviathan, but they have Shredder. They also have a lot of team fight, so I mean, I wouldn't be too scared if I were in their shoes. Duncan's also getting pretty good levels. Just hit level 5. Yakiro almost level 6 too. So the supports are getting levels. The Brewmaster is almost level 6. Faces Void at already level 6, and Jenkins, although he didn't do terribly well in the off lane, he's also level 7. So everything's going okay for them, I say. Although as I say that, a duel might happen on all Jenkins.
They're thinking about it. Yeah, Jenkins 0, 2, and 0. I guess experience is really what Pudge needs more than anything else in the early game.
The chilling touch faces Void before he leaves the lane.
This is sneaky. Here's Shredder. He's got that Mask of Madness. He's ready to pop the roids and go ham on somebody. Korok, it could be you if you're not careful. The hook. Jenkins, can you do it, good sir? The pump fake. He's thinking about Skywrath now.
I think they know Shredder's missing, though. They know that something's funny is going on. They're playing way too aggressively on bottom.
Yeah, and rotation from the mid. Shredder loses his magical chilling touch buff, and he'll go towards the river.
Look at all these stacks, too, dude. Look at this. Good job, Best Wisp Benny.
Damn, that was all fogged. Look at you, fogged. Oh, time walk across the ravine.
Yeah, he has a 2-0-4 build, so if he gets caught by, like, a Ravage, he is most likely going to die.
Yeah, not even that.
Real quickly.
The value time walk there. Or
value backtrack?
Backtrack, yeah, rather. Well, still going okay for the Void, though. Farming about on point with Korok, behind by a couple hundred gold, but nothing too crazy. Korok needs to start racking up some damage here, and looks like he's jonesing for it. Tide, level 6. He's got the Ravage. The Ravager. He'll TP bottom, and that'll be Leviathan's sign to back out. Looks like they wanted to smoke up, and they will rotate.
Leviathan should be the ones like looking for team fights, not really dodging them. Now they have Panda ult, they need to use it. He's actually pretty close to his Blink Dagger, so maybe not. But by that time, Wisp is going to be level 6. So if Wisp is prepared, he might just relocate the target out. And
Sheer in trouble, baby. Hooked into the tower, right into an ice path. Brewmaster chops him in half. And they get an easy pick up there. First kill of the game for Leviathan secured. Here just past the 10-minute mark, and that will be the Blink Dagger on the Panda.
Man, that is, yeah, timing is really poor.
Sorry, Ush.
Is under attack.
Yeah, he's doing all right. I mean, he's got decent CS, 54 and 7, but 1 and 1. Been pretty quiet in terms of kills. Looks like he may move into a Drum of Endurance following his treads, or maybe just a casual bracer. And there's his drums picked up. More smokes grabbed. One on the Radiant, one on the Dire. And they'll just go right back to it. Wisp, almost level 6, so I guess this is when things can get pretty crazy. He's got the elusive invisibility rune. We won't be able to see fogged.
That is a big stack. They need to take that out and get Usher's drums. Oh, wait, he
had his drums.
I was wondering if he was so poor.
Yeah, he's a little better than we thought. And there we go. Usher coming in. He's going to get a big penny out of this one. And while we're looking at this, tower destroyed by the Radiant, that would be down bottom. It's another 1,000 gold for Ush. He just picked up the drums. Korok gets the tower kill in the bottom lane. So things looking pretty good for NaVi US. About 3,000 gold in their favor. Experience is zeroed out, but they're doing pretty solid. Their 2 carries are farming up pretty well.
Yeah, at some point they're going to need BKBs, though, versus what Leviathan has to throw at them. It's just too much damage to ignore.
Game, though. You still got the Pudge, still have the Chrono. Still a necessity, I think, but...
Yeah, also affects us what needs a BKB, too. Get Craggy, GG, get Ravage, GG, get...
Yeah, speaking of Ravage, Arise, he hasn't been able to do anything with it yet. And this has been the recurring trend I've noticed, at least in North America, where... well, I should say Americas in general, where Tide hits level 6, level 7, and then once he's missing off the map, teams just sort of treat him like it's a Nix's house, where they just play very cautiously, very defensive, and just try to dodge the Tide Hunter as best they can, and not giving enough opportunities to Ravage.
That's where you just farm Arcane, Blink Refresher, and then just own him later. He still scales pretty well as far as off-laners go, and Leviathan did have a Sentry Ward at the Ancient spawn, so he couldn't actually farm that up. So NaVi US need to control that a little bit better if they want Tide to be relevant further into the game.
Yeah, only a double stack.
What is Neokin Fairy Ward? I think there's one above Roshan. I've not seen that one before.
I think I saw it yesterday. It's kind of cool looking. It's like a little fairy dragon baby. In Fairy Dragon Land, they have wards of their own. Down bottom hook, right onto Korok. And he's in pretty big trouble here. Ice Path, Macro Pyre. Korok, can he actually live? No, he can't. Jenkins will give him the chainsaw. And even an Ice Blast for good measure comes flying through. But there we go, 2-3. Leviathan strike back. Finally, Jenkins landed some hooks. Showing us what that pudge is all about.
You're going to jinx me again.
No. Never. Oh, mid lane. Ush gets clapped. No split. Jippy with the haste rune on, just harassing back the Usher. He will move into Ags now. Point booster completed. Purchased. And move into the jungle here. Clear out some mud golems. Fog now level 8. Looks like Basilius, possibly Vlad's could be on the way here for the Wisp. No big surprise there. Good item.
Hey, going down on bottom. Oh no, he missed. Shattered in mid. Well, yeah, I mean, sure, Tidehunter's not really using his ultimate, but Panda isn't either, and I think Panda's a little bit more important. Another hook.
Another hook right onto Ush, and the relocate out will keep him alive. Macro Pyre again, but whoa, while that's going on, Faceless Void gets picked off on the top lane as Korok makes a rotation. And does he get any damage out of that? No, he doesn't. Wisp back towards the mid, right into an Ice Path, and they will find the kill that time.
I'm actually surprised they didn't bring Ush back and go for a kill.
Yeah, you think they could have taken out Jenkins there, maybe?
Well, Brewmaster would have probably ulted and killed one to begin, killed probably both of them, so it'd be a 1 for 2 as opposed to 0 for 1. I guess. Okay. Depends on how they want to play it. Tiny also wouldn't have lost any gold too. He's at that 1,000 gold threshold.
Ice Blast up top. They'll go in on this Korok. Shivy hits him with a Thunderclap. There's the crit, but now the silence. No split for you today, Brew. Korok on the run, but Void is here. Shredder with an ultimate. Finds Korok in the tree line, gets a time lock, finds the kill. Now Brewmaster goes in onto a rise. There's your Ravage. Maybe they'll try and turn something around here. Shivy on the back foot. Now a lot of reinforcements coming for the dire side. Leviathan in the river, but NaVi US will make it back behind the tower and feel pretty safe.
Korok misplayed that. He uses press attack on AA ultimate and doesn't dispel and it doesn't heal you. So actually it does nothing. It's actually negative because you
And now Fog caught by Dismember. Whoa! The hook after the tether. Nicely played by Jenkins. Finds the kill there. And Leviathan striking right back. 5-4. Now taking 0 kill lead. Ice Blast misses the Walmart man in the mid lane. But still a decent lead for NaVi US. Leviathan getting some experience momentum here.
Going for a kill.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nope. Yeah, I mean, they haven't really been involved in anything. They should be mechanically pretty nicely with, like, Ravage and or Relocate, but, I mean, it's just chilling and mass farming for NaVi US. They already got their stack completed, but
just chilling.
Just chilling, man.
Yeah. I think it's been a pretty quiet game in general. 9 kills, 16 minutes, and be more quiet than that before the past couple minutes here. Looks like LC. Korok man going for a Blade Mail. Pretty core on the LC.
They should just, like, bait Tidehunter into hooks. And just get them hooked and then just relocate in. Or something like that. I think that would work out okay for them. It's okay if Tidehunter dies.
Arise is busy farming his Blink Dagger here. He's going to take out the Ancients, hitting him with the Anchor. So that'll be good. Maybe NaVi US can start to work around that Ravage a little bit more now. Still 60 seconds, so she comes back up. And Leviathan, in the meantime, they're pushing up the mid. Liquid Fire coming out onto the tower to bring it down quickly and surely. He is level 8, so pretty solid uptime there. Jenkins in the tree line looking for the hook. Fogged. Nope, not going to get caught by that Trident.
No Ravage either, so this is a really good time for Leviathan to push a tower.
40 seconds.
Still can be caught out, especially if Panda's not careful. If he gets dueled in the ultimate, it could be pretty bad for them if the Tiny combo is there to follow up.
Yeah. Now Bruce still has his ultimate also. So certainly a good time. Ice Blast flying through. Almost clips Korok, but not quite. And that's it.
Waiting for BK 1200 gold. They're playing it very safe. Both teams are. Although NaVi US not as much as Leviathan. Ravage up in 2 seconds. Here they go.
They're thinking about it. Ush baiting in the mid lane. Where's the Tide? He's right in the back. Ready to blink forward. They will go for the bait. Just an Ice Path onto Ush. And no real follow-up. Not much time left on the smoke, and it looks like NaVi US won't find what they were fishing for here. They'll just continue to find farm. So 700 gold away from his Aghanims now. Ush is taking over #1 net worth. Looking pretty solid.
BKB complete on Shredder. And maybe they can get a kill on him here. Nope.
About it. Shredder, he's going to be the aggressor. Goes in. Chrono on 2. Goes right for a rise. Shibby on the other side of the bubble. Hits him with the clap. Hits him with the sword. Now they find Korok. Dismember to lock him in place. Ice Blast is a necessity. And they find it. Shredder gets a double kill as 2 heroes fall in the top lane. Now the Brew pressing forward, using that haste rune. Leader of Tears trying to TP out. Shibby needed a crit. Won't get it. And the Leader of Tears will live. But this Tier 1 tower not going to be so lucky. And they will cliff it. Find some time. But the tower will fall.
They're just not playing as a team. Like, they could, like, Tidehunter and Skywrath can get picks together, and they can duel someone to relocate, and they're just letting Leviathan completely take control of most sides of the map.
All right, relocate down bottom right onto the Ancient Apparition there. Looks like an easy pick for Tiny, so step in the right direction to get the Tiny some momentum, but in general, it is Leviathan that have taken control of this game. With that tower kill up top, pushes them over the threshold for
another
leading.
Smoke from Leviathan, turning around, trying to get a kill on a rise.
Fake back, classic. He does have a Ravage, so they'll have to lock him down quick. Maybe they can get him to use the Ravage. Ooh, meanwhile in the mid lane, duel onto Shibby. They'll probably find the kill here. Now up top, right onto a rise. They'll lock him down. Shredder uses the BKB just in case. And it will be a 1-for-1 trade across the map. Brew for the Tide. But I think that time Korok did get some damage. Yep, sure did. Plus 14, baby.
Yeah, that's nice. And Panda, I think it's something you split both teams going for the Vlad and get the melee carries that good old Aegis of the Immortal. And yeah, things going well all around. Tiny probably proceeding to BKB next. LC should definitely do so they can actually take some fights and not just get controlled by the Pudge and the Void.
Yeah, Jenkins probably pulling up for a Blink Dagger here. 1,200 gold. I think he likes the Blink Pudge. Hop in, get those big hooks behind the creep wave. Curious where Shibby's going to go. Looks like he'll be the Vlad carrier here on the Dire side. And yeah, Ancient Apparition just moving towards Nags. Pretty standard stuff coming out of Leviathan, I think, across the board. Nothing too wild and crazy. Now the Void going for the Maelstrom, getting some Chain Lightning. And they ping out Roshan, so
is under attack.
Yeah, Shredder just hops right over. Feeling pretty brave here, knowing that there's a Ravage available.
Oh, they still handle. They're not really that scared. I think group team fights is much better for them than for NaVi US. Like, if they were relocating to Chrono, relocating to Ice Path Necropyre, relocating to like Ice Blast, all these are really, really bad for them. Relocating to Brew Ultimate before BKBs, they just can't take the fight here. No chance.
Alright. Well, looks like it will be an uncontested Roche. NaVi US don't seem any wiser to it. Looking at their vision, yeah, no intel into that area. They've got 2 wards on that part of the map, but not actually in the path to get to the Roche pit. So Void will be the one to grab the Aegis of the Immortal. And Leviathan, they come out with pretty penny to their name, so they'll just go bottom. Looks like they want this last Tier 1 tower on the side of Navi.
Tiny proceeding to AC. Looks like screw the BKB. I still think he needs it. Like, there's so much magic damage on their side
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And it'll still help against like time locks from Faceless Void in terms of the damage.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah. Just going for the damage, Josh. Preparing for in case they have to do some Rat Dota, some split push, I guess. Very good in that scenario.
Chopping up the tower. There they go.
Dire's top
Easy
tower
T1 for T2.
fallen.
Nice trade for NaVi US. We'll see how Leviathan handle it down bottom. Korok just charging on in.
Wow.
This man.
Oh, it was close.
Yeah, Ice Path comes out almost in time to get him hooked. Jenkins trying to hedge his bets there, angle it over the creeps. A close call, but not going to catch him that time. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Ush still pressing forward, clears up the creep wave, but Leviathan will react. They TP back Shredder. He's thinking about this. He's got a Chrono. Oh, Ush. He TP's out. Oh, Shredder. If only he had vision there, he could have just hopped right on him. That was a close call.
Fog, no TP. Should be all good.
Blink on his Pudge has been picked up. There's a barrel of laughs. Then he gets silenced. Mystic Flare completely off the mark. That'll ensure his survival. Shredder comes in with a Chrono, brings down Ush. Now they want wave 2. They find it. It's a 2-for-0 the other way. Leviathan come out way ahead with another double on Shredder.
Damn, Shredder is always in the right place, man. Right place, right time.
This Void knows what's good.
He does. He is super stacked. But at the same time, Ush is more farmed than him, but he still can't do anything. Like, he just gets owned in these team fights.
Yeah. That's the big problem. He's been farming well, like you mentioned, but where's this? He died. Has no Ravage now, and this will be a difficult defense. Hook will be off the mark. Tier 2 tower goes down. Tiny down to 15. There is still a clip, but they go for Fog. Ice Path connects. It's a dead Wisp. Now the tower will be fair game with Tiny coming back up. A lot less scary without his Wisp. The hook onto Arise. Jenkins showing off the Blink Dagger. It's a dead Watermelon. Oh, that overwhelming odds does a lot of damage. Shredder gets dueled, but Korok, he's taking a lot of return damage. They clump up to split the Mystic Flare. We've got a winner, and this time it'll be Shredder. Ush coming around the backside, gets a quick double, make it a triple as he brings down the Aegis. Big Bad Tiny comes whomping away and does clean things up. Shredder thinking about going forward, gets silenced. BKB up in one, will get tossed. Maybe they want to turn this around. Ice Blast connects. Shredder uses the BKB, but will time walk back. And that'll be the end of this engagement, but Leviathan, even though they get cleaned up in the end, they still do a lot of damage to that tier 3 tower and show NaVi US that there is a lot riding on this Tiny right now.
I like how they're pressing the attack every time Tidehunter's Ravage is down too.
Yep.
And
well for him.
Good use of Aegis, although AA's kind of unnecessary buyback there. Not a big deal for him, although his Scepter will be much delayed after that. Now both teams just likely to take a step on the back foot, wait for Ush to complete his AC. Actually, it is complete already. Wait for Void to maybe get an Aegis again. And now Ush should be a pretty big factor in fights. He has 2,000 more gold than the Faceless Void. But at the same time, he can just get shut down so easily. Like, if he doesn't get Chronoed, he'll just get like Stun, Boulder Toss, Drunken Haze, and Cyclone just from the Panda alone. On top of that, they have the Yules and Ice Path combo available to them now, and Ush is gonna die.
Here we go, looking forward from Jenkins, goes right onto Ush, but Ush turns it around. Mystic Flare comes through. Korok comes in with a duel on Sunken, brings him down right away. Now on the other side of the fight, Nusham looking for the kill on way 2, not going to get it there, and it's a fast 3 for nil.
Did you see what happened there?
Sort of.
He blinked in, he tried to dismember, and then he got Craggy.
Oh, is it the Craggy that got it?
The Craggy owned him.
Oh my god, that was all Craggy all day.
It was.
Now Korok, hey, he could be in some trouble here. Pandas in the split. They get the Tornado off onto Tiny, but they've lost the Fire Panda. And now they will start to back out, but Shredder, he's on his way in. He's hungry for something. Maybe it's rocks. No, they'll go up top. They get a Cyclone onto the Legion Commander. Nice chrono on 2. Wisp coming in. Will tether across just to get some overcharge out on the Korok. Korok will survive the duration, and instead Shibi's the one that's turned around on. And now Shredder on the run. Gets dueled by Korok. Look at me, you no-faced man. The toss in, the duel. We've got a winner. Out onto Korok, and all of a sudden Leviathan falling apart as NaVi are knocking on their front door.
Wow. GG auto attack on. Man, that Craggy. Talk about RNG, man.
Well, I guess it's a decent percent to get that Craggy action. 1 and 4.
1 and 4 to win the game. Almost. That's a huge swing off of one RNG thing. Still.
It's about 4,000 or 5,000 gold, yeah. And now look at all this map control loss for Leviathan. I'm just cleaning up these towers. This is where that Tiny's pretty damn scary. Another 3,500 gold. So what's Tony going for next? Thinking maybe a Demon Edge here. Get the crit stick going on. Maybe he'll actually go for the BKB and play it safe.
BKB's much safer. What else can you get? You can get like Daedalus. Daedalus is fairly common.
There's the BKB.
MKB.
Nushi.
It's decent.
Oh, poor baby Jakiro. They sold his Dragon Scales in the black market, but hey, they get a return kill. Leader of Tears gets taken out by the Brewmaster. 1 for 1. Support for support. Whoa, it's a hook on the Korok. Jenkins is there. Chilling touch, and that'll be another kickoff on the LC. So this is actually Leviathan to come out ahead at first, but oh, in comes Tiny, brings down the AA. Fog taking a lot of damage, will live. They stop Shitty dead in his tracks. He does get off the split just in the nick of time, but Ush, he's not feeling too scared, or is he? Clicking down the Panda, so loses Wisp friend. Now the Ravage flies through, just chomping down onto Jenkins. Hits him with a toss, doesn't do too much damage, but there's just nothing slowing down Ush now. Finally, Shredder comes out with a chrono. Arise, taking a lot of damage here. Maybe Ush can come in to save his friend. Arise, needs to be careful, dies to the Pudge. Ush gets caught by the Dismember, and now they're just kiting this Tiny around. He's got no blink. He's only got 1 drum charge left, and he may be forced to use it. Ush takes the high ground, looking for a fake back here, but they're not going to fall for it. NaVi US with 3 dead. Leviathan, they strike right back.
Their ward just expired on the high ground. If it didn't expire, you might have been able to kill him again.
I don't know. How do you deal with this Tiny now, though? Especially since he has a BKB. Still hasn't even used it.
You try and kite him. You kill Wisp. That's number one. Because BKB plus Tether plus Overcharge, you're not going to kill him. Especially with Craggy. So, yeah. Kite him during the BKB. Kill the Wisp so he's not Superman. It doesn't do that much damage. Get Ghost Scepters if you really need to. Actually, I don't really know if that will help that much.
Yeah, the Ghost Scepter is a little chancy here against the Skywrath. Somebody's getting blown up. There's the Yules from Pudge. We were talking about that mechanic earlier. Probably get to see it in action with the Yules hook. And Jakiro has a Yules already also.
Yeah, so now the BKB timing for 10 is a little bit difficult. If BKB too early, they just kind of blink out, time walk out, disengage. If he does it too late, he'll get chronoed and just die in the chrono. So it's not easy for him at all.
Mr. Jenkins. Shredder, what's he working on? Looks like a Mjolnir there as the Hyperstone picked up. And hey, Shibby. He's going into that plate now. Either an AC or a Shi. Oh, it's going to be an AC. Yeah, there you go. And Korok, he's got a Maelstrom here, so wow. Lots of lightning this game.
It is. Lots and lots of lightning.
Lightning and tornadoes.
No Mjolnir though. Brew also needs a BKB. He almost died before the split. It would have been much worse with him. Hadn't he not?
That was a very close call. Yeah, I think one or two more swings from that Tiny, and he was going down. So
one more Craggy proc.
One more Craggy. One Craggy, one game. Wasn't that a team name we came up with a while ago?
I'm not sure. Doesn't sound like that bad of a name.
Yeah. See, maybe I'm taking credit for your idea.
It's not my name.
Well, Crystal is up on Tiny, so he'll go BKB Daedalus, both the items that we were talking about.
Manta's pretty good too. It gives him like an additional way to get rid of the Drunken Haze. And also I feel like Manta's before the Chronosphere, it'll buy him like maybe 1.5 seconds time, which is pretty significant during Chrono. Also allows him to split push. I'm a big fan of the Manta Tiny myself. Butterfly MKB, also pretty good choices.
Yeah.
But
the Manta is undoubtedly great for split pushing. It just chews through towers so fast. And that's what this game could possibly
can't crit towers though, man.
Bummer.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Crit still pretty good. Korok, uh-oh. He's caught inside of a Yule, but he's got a Mystic Flare here to help squish him up. Now Korok caught inside of the Chrono. In comes Big Bad Ush.
Shredder got hit.
They just blow up here. Shredder dies to the Wisp Balls. Now Jenkins, he's on the run, and it's not going to be so much fun as he's going to get caught in the trees here. Ush, you've got an avalanche in 1 second. Can you get there? No. All right, he TP's out. Just a quick 1 for 2. NaVi US come out ahead. Probably should have been a 1 for 3, but smart plays from the Pudge.
Jeez, the relocate on the back line is so strong. They have to, I think they have to save the Chrono for the Faceless Void, or sorry, for the Tiny at this point. You just can't ignore him.
Yeah, he hits too hard.
They were both sitting around like 13,000 net worth like 5 minutes ago. Now he's almost 50% more than the Faceless Void. 19.2 versus 13.5.
Yeah.
That's, well, they need Roshan badly. If Tiny gets Roshan, I have no idea what Leviathan's going to do.
Well, speaking of the devil, Korok's just blinked into the pit, and he'll start chipping away at Roche by his lonesome. Leviathan, they do ping it out. It's the Void that pings it, so they are at least suspicious. Tiny moving up to the high ground. Us just going to try to box him out right now. Wisp smoked up. The whole team
they have a ward on the high ground. This could be a disaster.
This is Radiant Vision we're looking at right here. They see exactly the movements of Leviathan.
They don't know that they're not doing Roche though. They don't have a vortex in there.
And here's the Dire Vision. They've got absolutely no intel, no clue until you get down into the river.
Middle tower is under attack.
There they go.
And it's over. All right, anticlimactic, Merlini.
Yeah, I thought they were going to go in with like a Ravage duel on the Faceless Void.
I'm surprised they didn't with the double blink daggers.
I know.
Tiny over there.
Silence on the Brewmaster. They would have just destroyed them that fight had that happened. That would have been game.
Serious hesitation. Jenkins misses the hook. Yule's on the Wisp. Okay, he just tethers back to the high ground. All right, Leviathan still turtle it up on the high ground here. Ice Path. Checking it out, I guess.
And you could also go for Heart too and just survive the ultimate. That's actually not that bad of a choice either, but yeah. so many options available to him.
Those game-winning hearts, man. Yep, pretty
Redder.
much.
Uh-oh. Korok has an invis rune. They could relocate in with a duel. This could be it. Okay, we're good. Okay.
Go if you good.
Winner!
And somebody's gonna win. It's Korok! Hey, okay, good work, Korok. About face. Look, there's my lagged as shit. Okay, well, still. So here comes the Merlini theory crafting. They're gonna get Roche off this very easily. Does Void buyback? And the answer is probably not. Ice Blast scouts it out. Leviathan want to contest this.
Still really dangerous.
Oh! Buys back. The leader of tears turning into a gallon. Jenkins catches him. NaVi US completely repelled here, Merlini.
Nah, they could avoid buyback. It's a void death and a void buyback, and they're not really giving up Roche yet. Oh, actually they are.
Roshan
They are
has
giving
fallen
up.
to the
Okay,
dire.
worth it.
All right, so how does this compute into your little formula there?
Well, they still force out the void buyback. That's pretty good for them. It still makes him like relatively squishy. Like he's not gonna make any item progression in the next 3, 4, 5 minutes. Whereas LC and Tiny are still gonna keep getting stronger and stronger. So if he dies in a duel, if he died in a duel a couple minutes ago, he's definitely gonna die in a duel in a few minutes from now. But
well, worth it for the Aegis though to buy back there, don't you think?
oh yeah, it's definitely worth it for them.
That's a worthy trade.
I don't know what Ray 2 is doing. I don't.
Way out of
I
position.
think they still could have taken a 5-on-5 though if Ty were in a good position. Like they could have smoked around, probably. Tiny's big enough that they can also just kill Brewmaster during his ultimate too. So it's gotten to that point of the game.
Well, Tide did not go for the refresher second item. Instead, he went for the force staff here. A little surprised. It really feels like right now the strongest build is just rushing out that refresher right after the blink dagger. And if you do that,
well, if you or your teammate gets hit by hooks, then force staff is useful. But you don't really need it for Legion and for Tiny because both of them have BKBs. Wisp, if he gets hooked, he's just dead anyways. He's not worth using the force staff on. And then Bruce gets the.
And then Skywrath's getting a force staff of his own already.
Skyra's also not
Radiant's
worth
top
saving.
tower is
So
under attack.
you're pretty much just using it for yourself, I suppose. But if you get him, you're not going to get a force staff in time. I don't know. I think like a ghost step would be more useful for it. Or, as you said, just straight refresher. But I don't think we'll get it. As it's being completed.
Yeah. Bottom lane, they take out a tier 2 tower. Looks like they'll trade tier 2 for tier 2. Difference is NaVi US. They want to go up to the high ground. There's no glyph. Ush, he'll get fueled. He'll get hooked. And maybe they'll find a kill onto Usher. Where's his team? Where's his team? They're not coming in. LC is stuck inside the tornado. Brew giving him a hard time outside of the base. Tiny is still alive. And the relocate out. Everyone will live, it looks like. All right.
Oh, he gets hooked. He's dead.
Oh, Korok, okay, he'll get left behind. I thought he was TPing out. Ooh, almost fogged. Okay, they end up getting 2. So,
Nice hook by Pudge.
a good effort, I guess, from NaVi US, but not quite the proper execution. I don't know, there's just so much setup for this Pudge to hook somebody when you're trying to push high ground. I don't think they really want to brute force it this game.
No, they shouldn't. They should just keep picking away, picking and rolling.
Pick and roll, dude.
Get the Manta Styles, man. Do the split push.
Yeah,
Get the blinks.
I think if they really want to play objective Dota, they need to do the split push and put 3 in one lane, Tiny Wisp in the other, and just bounce around, be that ping pong ball, and just pressure the lanes wherever there's an opening.
And then just use Ravage for solo kills. Just like Ravage duel, Skywrath ulti someone and relocate.
Yeah.
Who cares? Just get a kill on an important hero.
But in these big 5-man, just we're going to shove into your base, it's just too easy for the Dire. You've got Ice Path to set it up. You've got, I mean, that fight, the Brew basically zoned out the whole team here, while the Tiny was just stuck here playing with the Pudge.
They also can't just BKB TP either. They have Pudge Hook, Pudge Dismember, Chronosphere, Bash, and I think that's it. That's a lot though.
Top lane, Ush caught inside of the Yules. Jenkins looking for a Dismember. Might be able to get it. Ush will BKB TP, and obviously that's not happening, but he will find a kill onto Jenkins. And in comes the Tide Ravage, connects on all 3, and they get completely cleaned up. Pudge buys back, but yeah, NaVi US. It's funny that he tried to TP out, then just realized, actually, you know what? I can just attack the ground and just win the fight here.
Yeah, nice Ravage from Arise. Finally, he hits a big Ravage.
Dire's top tower
And
is
2
under
buybacks,
attack.
not even... Well, they're forced out, I guess, technically, but they don't have to do much forcing. Jakiro and the Pudge both burn a buyback as Tiny picks up his BOTs, and we'll just go right back to farming.
Easy.
Easy indeed. NaVi US in a pretty good spot right now, feeling good. Mid lane, Leviathan moving out of the base.
Uh-oh, Invis Tiny, this could be brutal. Shredder's Aegis
Oh, Shredder.
is up for another move.
Jenkins, though. Jenkins, sweet Jenkins. Korok comes in. Ush hits him with the avalanche. There's your toss. And oh, the crits. Oh, the crits. Hide your eyes, Merlini. I know you're young.
Ouch.
That hurts, dude.
It does.
That-
Tiny's, look at his damage, dude. 400.
That
Plus.
that is a critting
Dire's
wanting
middle
Lulo.
tower
I
is
don't
under
like it.
attack.
It's like some Harry Potter magic was used on that thing. It's glowing, too. I mean, it's all buffed up. He's just smacking people down. There's still no glyph either. I mean, this
Dire's
tower,
middle
it's just
tower
going to
is
melt.
under
They've got no
attack.
punch for the hooks. They do have an ice bat, though. They stop Tiny mid-swing. That's not going to slow him down, though. Ush is feeling brave. Shibby comes in. Thunderclap split. BKB. Ush says, all right, do what you want, Panda. I'm still beating on your front door. Relocate. He's coming on back. They're just going to try to wait out the Bruce split here. Are they going to sacrifice Fog? Nope, the tether away. He gets hit by a boulder, though. They sacrificed their Wisp. That was an awkward play from NaVi US. They didn't have a Ravage, but I think they could have put more of a defense to save their Wisp. Now they go back in onto Shredder. Korok, he finds a duel and gets credit for the damage. Now goes forward, hitting Shibby a bit. And he'll be able to survive. I don't see why they couldn't have just done that to save the Wisp instead of doing it after Fog is already dead.
I'm not sure.
Well,
I also don't know why Leviathan chose to use the Brewmaster ult on the Tiny. Yeah, he was whacking on their tower, but all you need to do is just Drunken Haze him. Drunken Haze, Liquid Fire, Icy Vortex, Ice Path, Yules. Wait for the... if his team comes in, you just blink in and chrono them. If they don't, you just chip away at Tiny's HP. Wait till he gets really low. If he gets too low, you just chrono and kill him. So it was awkward engage by them. I think they panicked a little bit just because their tower was low. But I mean, Tiny, yeah, he does a lot of damage. But Drunken Haze and then Liquid Fire, that's already like he'll be doing like 10% of his normal damage with those two spells.
Yeah, that's where the BKB down to 7 seconds. So still using it rather sparingly.
Dire's bottom tower is
Glyph
under
will
attack.
be back up, and I'm pretty sure that Aegis is despawned now. Yeah, Void's dead, so certainly no Aegis. Still a while before Roche comes back up, and
The Void's item progression has just been so slow. Like 10 minutes ago it was at 13,000, now it's at 13.5, and now it's at 15.1. So he's gained 1,600 gold in like 8 minutes.
yeah.
In terms of net worth.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
where
wow, look at that gap. It was even for a while, and now Tiny's just skyrocketed into the lead.
It's like that kill and then the buyback and then the death right after the Aegis expired. Like all these things just going really poorly for him.
Yeah, it looks like Ush will now move into the Butterfly here. I suppose it could be an E-Blade, but
Dude, Butterfly looks that, man.
it's a Butterfly. That's
Butterfly's
the
super
value.
legit.
Yeah, attack speed, the evasion. The evasion's really good here. Void.
Dude, armor. Armor's good too.
MKB. Yeah, that's true. Armor's pretty solid. How much armor is Tiny up to now? He should be pretty tanky. He's rock solid. He's got 30.
And then 5 from Vlad's, and then maybe like
Oh yeah, there you go, 35.
a couple more from completed Butterfly. But he will save for buyback. Or he should.
He's whopping these creeps down. NaVi US in absolutely no hurry here. They may try to wait for third Roche, get themselves some cheese before they press the issue.
Well, they're just waiting for Leviathan to come outside of the base. If they come outside of the base, Blink Duel, Blink Ravage, easy kills, and just their buybacks are really, really dwindling right now.
Yeah, and if this ends up going on a bit longer...
Oh, he
Arise-
doesn't have buyback.
Oh, he has a full refresher. Wow, he had the recipe on the courier. So now we've got refresher and butterfly on the side of NaVi US, something they didn't have in the last fight. And those are two pretty damn big items.
If Ush dies,
Bottom
though,
tower
and
is
then they
under
get
attack.
Roshan with the Aegis and Cheese, they could be in a pickle.
Okay.
But with the Butterfly, it's highly unlikely it's going to die unless Fog's in a terrible position.
Hook from Jenkins. Catches a creep. Oh, no initiation there, but Ush, he'll just move back towards the top lane. There is a glyph, tier 3 tower, very low.
Dire's
He wants to
top
claim his
tower
prize.
is under attack.
And they will glyph it
Dire's
with 30 hit
structures
points
are
to spare.
fortified.
Looking for the angle to reinitiate, perhaps. Toss towards the tower, takes down the tier 3.
Now is when you relocate the bottom lane, get easy damage on tower.
Here we go, initiation right on the Usher. Goes forward, BKB on, thinking about a split. Pump fakes it, Shredder catches just way toward the back with the Chrono. Finds the first kill there, but Usher still alive, whomping him hard. Rise comes in, waits out the BKBs, gets off the first rabbit. It's like refreshers. Oh, that was the second rabbit, pardon me. Fly back on the Faceless Void. Tiny picks up the double. Ush on the godlike streak, still 50% hit points to spare. Hook on to Korok. Relocate out. They're going down bottom. Thought they might be going to the well, but no, they're going to just rat Dota this. Korok is trying to buy some time. Top lane of Barracks. Do go down. Yules from Nusham buys him a little bit, but hey, relocate right back. Now Shredder. Nice defensive hook. Keeps him alive, but Shredder, he just walked right back in. He says, come on, boys, let's do this. Cost him his life. It's die back on the Void, and now Leviathan, big trouble. That's a stinky pick.
Those Ravagers were awful and they still won the fight. Like, he got a solo tier 2.
I didn't even see the first one.
It was on a solo tier 2. And the second one, I don't even know. It hit like maybe 2 heroes combined with 2 Ravagers. But it doesn't even matter. That was just too big.
GG.
That was a scrappy win.
Yep. NaVi US, they do it, man. 45 minutes. 27-26. Pretty even in terms of hero kills, obviously, but NaVi US did hold on to a pretty sizable lead at about 25,000 goals.
They needed, what, like the Scepter, I think, on AA. They had it at the end of the game, but he also bought back at that one point, maybe if he played a little bit more greedy, because they needed more spread damage output, I feel like. Like, Void is just not enough. He always got controlled by duels. He got hooked down and then just